Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. So, we've got new rich people in town, haven't we? We've got new boys that have rocked up on the block, coming to the OGs to make their presence known, yeah? Newcastle, is that you? Is that you now, Newcastle? Yeah, welcome to the club. You're gonna love it. Let me just say, this is gonna be a very interesting fixture. And I think, and I wanna hope that it's all gonna go smoothly. But I know there is a bit of PTSD amongst the Chelsea fans, so we're gonna address it. But before I do, I wanna let you guys know, today's video is brought to you by OneFootball app. Yes, you can download the OneFootball app, link in the description. All of your footballing needs, your scores, your statistics, your news, your transfer news, your highlights, anything you want to know about your club or another club in the football world, you'll find it in the OneFootball app. Countries too. We've got another international break coming up, unfortunately. But you'll find all the info in the OneFootball app. So make sure you hit that link in the description, download the OneFootball app now and enjoy. Let's get into this. Newcastle, Chelsea, yeah? This is weird because I normally see Newcastle, Chelsea on the fixture list and I think, yeah, Newcastle. All right, nice. Yeah, 3 points. But, you know, there is a bit of PTSD. Why? Because St. James's Park seems to be our bogey ground, not just bogey team, because whenever Newcastle come to the bridge, it tends to be alright, but when we go to St. James's Park, we just can't win there. I'm not sure about the record, and I should have looked at that beforehand, but the head-to-head at St. James's Park in recent years hasn't been that good, I don't think, unless if we've just lost one, and that's the only thing that we remember in our heads. I don't know, but St. James's Park is a difficult ground. Now, at the moment, with the way that Newcastle are playing, this should suit us because Newcastle have not won a game yet. They are sitting 19th. They've got a relegation battle to sort out, albeit that they've got new owners and, you know, they're about to have a massive influx of cash, which we're going to come to very shortly, but their form right now isn't good at all. And you have to realise, yeah, they got new owners, as I've said, we're going to get into that, but that doesn't change anything up until January. You know, all they've done, they've sacked the manager and they've got an interim. So the caretaker manager is someone that was working at Newcastle already under Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce has left. Now they've got this caretaker in to steady the ship whilst they look for a big permanent option that they're going to go with for the long term. Or, you know, long term in modern football, 2-3 years. You know, but basically a permanent manager. Right now, nothing's changed in that Newcastle team. It's the same players. It's going to probably be the same sort of system, unless if this caretaker manager gets a miracle out of these lads. But when you look at it from that point of view, we should go and get 3 points. Now, the other side of the coin, check out my friend Miz, by the way, the other side of the coin, his channel and whatnot, is his name. So yeah, I'm gonna use his name if he doesn't mind. But the other side of the coin is that St. James's Park just tends to be a ground where we dip in form. We show up at this ground and we just can't play anymore. And Newcastle turn into prime Barcelona. So you can look at it from two sides. You know, it could be an easy game. It could be one where we just lose 1-0. And I know that a lot of Chelsea fans are looking at this going, yeah, we're losing 1-0. Personally, I don't think it's going to be like that. Now, Newcastle have rocked up, they've got new owners, they're about to get loads of money, and the buzz right now is fantastic. I'm sure, you know, this is going to be the first game at St. James's Park since the takeover, and it's against us. So this is why I think you have Chelsea fans that are going, yeah, it's written, we're going to lose 1-0. And I understand, I see that point of view, but you know what? No, I'm not going in like that. I'm going into this fixture going, hey, yeah, you got new owners. Yeah, you're gonna start spending money from January, yeah, and then the summer window is probably gonna be unbelievable for you lot. You're gonna get a new manager, and I wish you the best of luck. Newcastle, they deserve it. If there's one fan base in the country that probably deserve it, it's Newcastle fans. But you're facing the OGs. You are facing the team that started this revolution. Yeah, you're coming up against the one club that done what you're doing now 20 years ago. Or maybe just a little less, 17 years ago, but let's not get into the specifics. So we've been there, we've done that, we've worn the t-shirt. We are what you guys are trying to become. So realistically, as European champions, as a team that are in form, as a team that have just smashed Norwich 7-0, we should come into this and go, hey, we're the big boys here. we're going to wreck you. That should be the attitude that we take. Now, I don't think that's actually going to happen. I think it's going to be a tight affair. It's not going to be a pasting. But we should get the 3 points. Now, in terms of team news, let's go to Chelsea team news. Injuries are the same, pretty much. Werner and Lukaku still out. Pulisic has returned to full team training. I mean, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. He's training again. He's full training again. Unbelievable. Pulisic, welcome back. It's been how long? Flip it, what, 10 weeks? 10 weeks for what? What was his problem? A little ankle injury, which we were told was going to take about 2-3 weeks. It's taken him 10. Anyway, welcome back, Pulisic, to training, but it's too soon. He's not match fit. He will not be able to play tomorrow. He will, I think, be able to play against Burnley. So we're going to keep tabs on that. And there's one more surprise injury. Yes, and Thomas Tuchel in the press conference decided not to say anything up until when this player's name was mentioned, and all of a sudden he went, oh, by the way, you mentioned it. I'm really sorry, I forgot. Yeah, Kovacic is out. He's got a hamstring. He's going to be out for a few weeks. Cheers, TT. Thank you for letting us know. I mean, bloody hell. Kovacic is out. Now, I don't feel like we're at much of a loss in terms of the options we have available. You know, thankfully, we've got Jorginho Kante, which I predict are going to be starting. But alongside that, we've got Loftus-Cheek and we've got Saul. Saul, which in the last game against Southampton looked better. So fingers crossed, we've still got 4 options, you know, to go for 2 positions, even though Kovacic is out. And this is the scenario we were talking about in the transfer window. It was a situation like now. We've just had Kante out, he's come back. Now we've got Kovacic out. Imagine if we didn't sign anyone and Loftus-Cheek didn't get his opportunity. It would have been crazy. So we're well covered. Apart from that, everyone is fit. So let's get into the starting 11. Let's get into how I think Thomas Tuchel should start tomorrow. Let's get into it. So, we'll start off in goal. Gotta be Edouard Mendy. Edouard Mendy, the best goalkeeper in the world. Yes, anyone wants to say any different, feel free. But that doesn't change the fact. Edouard Mendy's the best goalkeeper in the world. Anyway, maybe I'm just getting carried away, but I think he is. The back 3, I would go Azpilicueta, I would go Christensen, and I would go Antonio Rudiger. Now, Azpilicueta didn't feature in the last couple of games, so I think with the experience, it would probably be beneficial if he came in at right centre-back. Personally, though, I think Newcastle have a lot of pace, especially up top. So I wouldn't mind seeing Chalobah, but he did play the last 2 on the bounce. Played against Norwich, played against Southampton. So I don't know if he's going to get a third on the bounce in such a short space amount of time. I reckon Aspie might get the nod. Now, to compensate for that, in terms of dealing with Newcastle's quite fast attack, Christensen, Rudiger would be best. I thought of Thiago Silva. He did play in the Norwich game. Christensen didn't. Christensen's been out for the last 2. So I'm looking at this going, you know what, probably best to slot him in for the Newcastle game, whilst we do need a little bit of pace in defence. So I would go Christensen and I would go Rudiger. In terms of the wing-backs, return Ben Chilwell. Absolutely. Marcos Alonso done well against Southampton. But Chilwell right now is in the same position that Alonso was at the beginning of the season. You remember we were saying you can't drop Alonso. And then all of a sudden, Thomas Tuchel did manage to change it around. And now we're looking at this going, we can't drop Chilwell. The man is scoring goals. So you know what? Chilwell at left wing back, right wing back, it's got to be Reece James, hands down. And I hope that he plays in this position for a substantial amount of time. I don't want to see him pulled out of the team too frequently. I want him to go on a little bit of a run. As I've said, we've got the international break coming up. So up until then, he might as well just play every single game. So Reece James at right wing back. Now in terms of the double pivot, I think it's clear as day, and I've already mentioned it. Jorginho Kante, it's got to be. Because right now, as I've said, with Kovacic out, Loftus-Cheek could be an option, but does he get ahead of Jorginho Kante together? No. These are the best 2 we have, so they are going to be the double pivot, and I would be shocked if Thomas Tuchel goes with something else. And the front 3, the 5th stand-up made this pretty obvious. If you went on the 5th stand-up looking in terms of the training sessions and the preview to the Newcastle game, it actually went on to mention that we are going to get Kai Havertz up front because there's no Lukaku and Werner, so he is going to be our only option. They did mention that Callum Hudson-Odoi will be on the left-hand side, and they did mention that Mason Mount will complete the front 3. So, for me, that's the front 3. Callum Hudson-Odoi on the left-hand side. Hopefully he has a good game in the position that he wants to flourish in. Against Norwich, it was fantastic. Against Southampton, being back on the right-hand side, he looked out of sorts in that second half. But I think in the Premier League game, where it means more, where there's more pressure, I think in that role that he wants to play in, hopefully he has a lot of impact. Kai Havertz, I want to see him score. Hopefully he scores. That's going to be key. And Mason Mount has been great. Against Norwich was fantastic. Hat-trick hero. Keep the form up. Keep the form up. And hopefully this front three does the business. But that, I think, is the starting 11 that Thomas Tuchel needs to go with. And in terms of a score prediction, 7-0 against Norwich. Penalties against Southampton. St James's Park away, it's not going to be easy, but I think we'll still have the upper hand. I don't think it's going to be a case of Newcastle causing a shock. Fingers crossed, you never know, but I am predicting the Chelsea win, and I'm going to keep it narrow. I'm going to go Newcastle 0, Chelsea 2. Simple, nothing too drastic, nothing too crazy. A nice 2-0 win. You have to realise as well, with this full team, first 11, proper, as we should be playing, I think it's going to be difficult for Newcastle to get past. Defensively, we look unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it's going to take one hell of an attack for someone to try and get through. Now, Newcastle do have a St. Maximin. You know, they do have players up front that can cause some sort of a threat. But if we're in shape and we know what we're doing and we're on form, which we are, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. So I'm looking at a bit of a narrow win. Comfortable win, nothing too crazy. I'm going 2-0. Let me know how you think it's all going to end. Let me know your starting 11. Let me know your score lines. I'd love to hear it in the comment section below. Let me know below. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. I will be doing the watch along tomorrow, so make sure you're here for that. And then after the watch along, I will be giving you my match review. So I will see all of you then. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. See you tomorrow. Take care. And peace.